Hello, welcome to the Needs Language YouTube channel. I'm really glad you're here today. If you haven't yet, please subscribe below. Hit the subscribe button. We would love for you to subscribe. You can keep updated on all we're talking about. This channel is usually really dedicated to communication, personality, and you can really learn some amazing things that will help you be more skillful in your life. So, this week we are going to talk about conflict resolution and the role of empathy. So, in the middle of conflict, it can be really challenging to understand what the other party is going through and to give them empathy, especially when they're not giving you empathy. And when we talk about the other party, we're always often talking about other person. So a lot of times when we say the other party, we're not going, yay, cool in the gang, let's celebrate, party. We're talking about the other person. And usually people aren't saying, celebrate conflict, yay. Yeah, okay, I know that gets a little like, okay, stop the cheeriness. Conflict is not cheery. So let's move on with empathy here. There's a part of us that doesn't want to budge when we feel people are mean or rude. We're just like, no, I don't want to give you empathy. You're rude to me. You're mean. Knock it off. Many times there's a part of us that even wants to get even, especially after years of feeling tormented by someone who just is continually causing conflict. It can be very challenging to forgive and forgive and forgive and forgive, especially when there are power dynamics involved. Sometimes people say you're supposed to forgive and forget. I'm not saying that necessarily, but what I am is I'm talking about forgiveness here. So I just want to keep that at that point and really clarify that. So it's hard to keep our humanity. It's hard to keep our humanity when it seems that in conflict, that when that in conflict, that keeps being taken from us. That humanity part of us keeps being taken in conflict. Yet I can tell you a little understanding goes a long way. So this is how I like to look at it. Acknowledge the challenge. Acknowledge that is challenging in conflict, and then go into what a solution would look like. Then go into how you would like you would like things to be, like a professional or good experience, what you want to happen working with them. So let's give an example of what that looks like. So I was giving you some steps and how to handle conflict with empathy. This is how I would like to say, or how I try to handle conflict. I understand there's a lot of confusion. That's how you would acknowledge the situation. It seems it's frustrating for both of us. This is a statement that can give empathy to both parties because you want to give empathy to yourself and the other person. I really do want to work with you. What can we do to work together to resolve this? By these last two statements, you are not blaming them or yourself. Instead, you're saying, let's work together to come to a solution. So you're bringing both people into the situation. So let me say that again without getting the explanation there. I understand there's a lot of confusion. It seems it is frustrating for both of us. I really do want to work with you. What can we do to work together to resolve this? Now, in conflict, to resolve it, both parties have to be willing. And when you say it seems to be frustrating for both of us, you're not saying, I think we're both frustrated in the situation. You're saying it seems. You're really saying, this is what I gather, the information I'm gathering here. So if they say, well, I'm not frustrated, I say, okay, that's fair. You know, you're saying what you're gathering from the situation. And if they say, I'm not frustrated, then you can say, well, I am frustrated in this situation. I'm feeling silenced, or I don't feel I'm heard. I would like to work with you, and it seems that it's coming across this way. But you acknowledge what is going on. So in conflict resolution, we ought to learn how to have empathy for both parties, all the parties involved, all the people involved, because it keeps us out of the victim, rescuer, predator triangle. I talk about that a lot. And if you'd like more information on that, you can reach out to us. So, keeping us out of that triangle keeps us grounded to see the humanity in ourselves and in others and in the other people involved. So if you would like more information about this, please do reach out to us. Please make comments below. We'd love to hear your comments. If you want to hear more on the victim predator rescuer triangle, I can talk about more about that. If you want to hear more on empathy, we can talk more about that. You are more than welcome. We would love for you to visit our webpage. We would love for you to subscribe to this channel. So, on that note, we'll see you next week. Bye for now.